Hey, today I want to share one strategy that somebody just used, a freelancer, that I thought was really smart and intelligent, and it was a way that they were able to start working with me. So what happened, I wrote an email to my email list about how I had done, how I'd written new copy for a client, and basically they had an existing sales letter. I rewrote it, thought it, was really, my rewrite was really good, and it got about like a 12% increase in conversions. And, that's good. 12% is better, like over every 1,000 sales, that's another 120 sales. So it's, not insignificant. However, the client was hoping for more, like 30, 40% increase, whatever. And, well, I could have told the client, oh, well, too bad or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to help out, and I will, I know what to do. And I'll go and share this too, actually. So this we'll optimize, we'll talk about how to optimize, an offer, what to do if your offer is not working, right? So I'm going to write some new headlines, because new headlines can get you a 10, 15% increase, which makes sense. Think about this. When somebody goes to your landing page, and this is true whether it's e-com or a long form sales letter or, a program, a course, whatever it is, right? When they go, what they're going to see is that the headline, if they read the headline to decide if they're interested. It's like the first litmus test. It's like if they read the headline and it catches their attention and curiosity, then they go to the rest of the page and engage. If they read the headline and think, oh, this doesn't really apply to me, or it doesn't seem interesting, they click away. So the headline is one of the biggest needle movers for the least amount of effort, because you can just write 3, 4, 5 headlines. Each headline's anywhere from like 5 words to, I don't know, 15 words long, especially maybe a little bit more if you have some copy underneath it. But very simple, low-hanging fruit, big needle mover. And I've seen that increase conversions by, like I said, 10, 15, 20%. So first thing I would do for this client, I'm going to do. And the next thing I would do is rewrite the lead and do some variants of the lead. Why would I do that? Same concept, right? If they read the headline, the next thing they're going to look at is the lead, which is like the opening or the intro. And so same exact principle. If they start reading the lead, the opening of the sales copy, and they don't feel like it's relevant to them, or doesn't stoke their curiosity, or create interest, or feel like it connects with them emotionally, or whatever it is, then the prospect is going to click away. So for those two reasons, the two biggest things you can do really are the headline and the lead. Generally, especially if you follow like a copywriting methodology like the RMBC method, which is my methodology, then headline, lead will get you the biggest boost. Those two things, I can easily get the conversion rate up to like 40, 50%, whatever it's going to be increase. And that will make the client super happy. And from a mindset perspective, I want to make the client happy. This is the third thing that they pay me for. They pay me $50,000 per thing I write them. They pay me for 3 things in the last like 2 months. I wrote one, actually, I wrote 2 now. One is about to go live. I think it's really good. We'll see. One is this current sales letter, which did like 12% increase in conversions. We want to get it higher. And then a third one is I'll be working on the next couple of weeks here for them. But rather than trying to charge more money or being like tough stuff or being annoyed, it's like, okay, cool. Happy to spend a couple hours changing that, for you guys, because I want to get hired for more. They paid me $150. Now I'm sure they'll have more offers, more products to launch, and I'd love to, keep getting paid like handsomely for it. So that's the mindset. Now to get to the strategy I want to talk about that was interesting. So I wrote an email to my list talking about all of this, like how I would go about fixing or optimizing an offer that I created, optimizing sales copy that I created. And I posted it in the Justin and Stefan Talk Copy Facebook group, where there's, I think we're like 6,000 people in that group. My email list has got like close to 4,000 people. So, 10,000-ish people saw my post. Maybe they didn't all see it, but at least several thousand did, right? And out of that several thousand, a bunch of them are freelancers and people who are trying to get clients and grow their career as copywriters and consultants and marketing experts and all that kind of stuff. But what's interesting is out of the thousands of people who saw my content, only one person had the idea I'm about to share, which is that they reached out to me and said, hey, I saw what you're doing. I'd love to offer to help. Can I write you some headlines for this offer and then some new leads? And then if you like them, you can give them to your client, and that saves you the time, energy, and effort. And I'm going to do it for free. And I said, yes, because why wouldn't I, right? there's like, oh, but the client paid me. It's like, cool, I'll still do some for the client too. But why not take these? It increases the chance of a win. And if they suck, I just won't use them. But if they're good, then awesome, I will. And it was really smart of this person to do that, because now I actually need to review their stuff, which I'm going to do as soon as I get done making this video they just sent to me recently. But if it's good, like, I will totally have them in my Rolodex now of people that I would hire in the future for more products. I mean, the biggest thing, I've said this a million times, and I will say it again and again and again and again and again, is that the biggest reason that clients don't hire you, there's two reasons. It's like because they don't know who you are, or they don't believe that hiring you will bring them an ROI and get results. You're a question mark, right? So we'll talk about how to make sure they know who you are in a different video, but it's like being active, posting in Facebook groups, sharing your wins, being part of communities, stuff like that. That's the short version of that. But the way you alleviate their concern about you not bringing, you not giving them an ROI is to just, if you do something in advance and give it to them, then it alleviates everything, right? It alleviates that concern. Now, like, if this person's copy is really good, and again, maybe it's not. That is a challenge. That's why you also have to get good at your craft. If you don't also get really good at your craft, and you do this, but your copy is mediocre, or whatever you've sent is mediocre, then like that doesn't do a ton. But if it's good, if you're good and you send that stuff and it works for me and I'm impressed and I'm able to just use it, then I will go back and hire you again and again and again. And I've given this strategy to tons of people. They've done it tons of times. But it was just shocking because, again, thousands of people, probably at least 1,000 of those people would love to work with me. I'm not trying to, by the way, please don't send me a bunch of free stuff. Like, I teach the strategy. It can work. I'm not saying you can never do it, but my point is not trying to elicit free work from people, for me personally, because people use the strategy on me, and I think you'd be better served using it on dream clients who don't teach the strategy. Because I teach the strategy, I get hit up with this quite a bit. So your chances are lower of it working. But I literally posted a thing about, hey, who's used this strategy? Has it worked? And I have like dozens of people, like everything from $1,000 gigs to like six-figure retainers. People have used this strategy for. It works. But this guy thought differently. He looked at it. He looked at the opportunity, and he reached out offering to solve a pain point or a problem for me. And again, if it's good, I will hire him consistently. So just a cool strategy, something to think about, a way to think about how you approach prospective clients, how you can solve problems and pain points for them. And I want to share it with you. Hopefully that makes sense. If it does, please make sure you comment and let me know. Hit the like button. Feel free to share this video, all that kind of stuff. The more views I get and the more love we get from YouTube on this kind of stuff, the better it is, and the more motivated I am to make videos and all that. So hopefully it was valuable, and hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.